Morning everybody, Troy and Melanie from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. I don't know if it's going to be sunny, cloudy, or what today, but it's sort of dark so far at 10 o'clock in the morning. Just finished making the video live. Let me change my camera or my computer view here to Video Manager. Just finished making the video live this morning. Melanie and I got back home late last night, and we finished our road trip, and then we sorry, the table's a mess because we got home from our road trip, and then we immediately had dinner, and then we left everything packed and went to church until midnight last night. We had a special thing going on last night, and then we didn't get to bed till about 1 o'clock in the morning. So we had a late start this morning, and it's 10 o'clock now, and I just made the video live, and we're going to get on out there and start working. I have to unload the truck. Chris is ill, so I don't know if he'll be with us today or not. He's been resting recently, so those of you who do pray, please pray for him and keep him in your thoughts, because he's really, really sick, and if he doesn't get better, we're going to make sure he gets into the doctor. So he's been down and out for days. Anyway, we've got big dreams and hopes and plans and goals for the Off-Grid Homestead this year. Before winter sets in, I'm going to start cleaning out the shed and putting in the insulation. Melanie's going to be assisting me in some of these things because without Chris here, we're going to have some slower going. So I'll have Melanie help. I've got... Oh, hold on. Let me pause the camera. I received a package in the mail. I have the book that I bought, Home Cheese Making, and I also have the other book where it's right behind me. I can't read it, sorry. I have the other book that somebody sent us, which is great. It has taught us a lot, and I got this book as well. And Melanie and I have been studying these extensively, the cheese making, and the other one I think is all about milk products. And we are... Oh yeah, we made yogurt one day. Sadly, Melanie is... her camera's broke, so we... because I'm always running around with this camera, Melanie needs to get her own camera, so we're saving up for that. We're going to get her another camera, and then we are going to get her recording some more, because she made some yogurt, and she's been making soft cheese, feta cheese, feta cheese, and all that we learned from the other book. Now this book is about hard cheeses, mostly. So I went on Amazon, and I looked around. I've studied this book for a while. I've had it for about a month now. And I got some mesophilic direct set starter. Okay, and I've got some thermophilic starter direct set. And then I've got some organic vegetable rennet. And what we got here is the rennet causes the cheese to curdle. And the starters, I'm not exactly sure, but these are like bacterial cultures. And depending on what cheese you're making, I think I'm using mesophilic starter. I hope I'm saying that right. Depending on the cheese you're making, you use one or the other and add it to your cheese, to your milk. And that culture is in what's going to make your flavorful cheese with aging. So this is a project I have planned for today, along with Melanie's finally unpacking the truck. Morning, Melanie.
Good morning.
She had too much caffeine this morning. We're going to start out with a farmhouse cheddar. The cheese is ready in about a month, and most cheeses take 2 to 6 months to age. So we're going to make a simple farmhouse cheddar, although it's not that simple. You heat the milk to 85 degrees, add the starter, let it ripen for 45 minutes, then you add the rennet, stir for a while, cover it, heat at 85 degrees for 45 minutes, then you cut it into cubes, and you put it in a pot of hot water, heat it slowly for 30 minutes, then you cover the container, let it sit for 5 minutes, and let it drain for an hour after removing the curds into a cheesecloth. Break them up with your fingers. I'm just summarizing. Pack the curds into a mold, apply 10 pounds of pressure for 10 minutes, apply 20 pounds of pressure for 10 minutes, apply 50 pounds of pressure for 12 hours, then you put it aside and dry it for 2 to 4 days, then you wax it, and then you age it. This is a complicated process, and now I understand why cheese is so expensive. It takes a lot of time. This is going to be an entire half-day project just for the stirring and processing. An entire half day just for that. So what we'll do is we'll get the thing going, set a timer, go out and work some, come back in, do the next step, go out and work some. It's going to be interesting. Melanie does not feel confident about this cheese. Melanie, you don't feel good about doing this one, do you?
It's really complicated.
Yeah, so this is my job today. So hopefully we're going to do that because we have a whole mess of milk. And we're getting sick of feta cheese. It's nice. It's great in salads. It's great in omelets. And it's great on sandwiches. And it's great on crackers. But there's only so much feta cheese you can have when you're getting a gallon of milk a day. So that's the project for today. And what else? I got to get my head on straight. So let me pause the camera. Hey everybody, unloaded the quad, had to use the battery, jumper cables, unloaded it myself. It was an interesting job. Now I've checked, I shut it off immediately. Well, I took a little spin, but then I shut it off, and the engine was ticking pretty hard. So I opened up the antifreeze, the radiator, and it's low. So I've got just some water that I'm going to put in it for now. We'll drain it later. But I just want to see if that might be, well, I want to see how low it is. And because we don't have any antifreeze here in the property, and we'll then change it out later. But for now I just want to see how low it is and if that's going to help out at all. Got it running. It runs. Well, I don't know about the coolant and the heat yet. We'll have to see how that goes. I should have a head cam on and really take this out for a ride for you. That's good. One hand that I can't really get on it, but it's running. I see we have water dripping down here. It may be that we have a blown radiator hose, because there's water on the housing here and dripping down inside here, coming from up here. Now I don't know if you can see, but I believe that I have up here, I can't really tell, but somewhere up in here I think is a radiator hose. I can't really see up in there myself. I'll have to take off the shielding. But it might be a simple fix. Oh yeah, there's water dripping right now. So I think we have a bad radiator hose. Hopefully that's all. I wanted to show you this idling and purring nicely, but the engine just warmed up, sputtered, and went out, which is due to the blown head gasket. I just wanted to run it a little bit and see where the water was coming from, and now what was the cause, I should say, and now I have an idea. It's I think it's a leak in the hose, and it was blowing out fluid. Hopefully that's all, because the radiator's warm, the water's warm, so that tells me there must have been circulation. If there was no circulation, that wouldn't be hot. And I'm guessing that all the fluid's gone. So it's got a pretty good leak. And that's going to be then the issue. It's losing fluid. I'll let that cool down and I'll check, but I bet that's low. So I'm happy I didn't buy antifreeze to test this out at first. Alright guys, well, there's that. I got it parked at least out of the way of the driveway. That was another thing I had to do, is move the beast. But we'll work on it and get it going eventually. Well guys, homesteading, taking care of the animals. I got goat feed, chicken feed, and hay. And they are anxious, they're begging for it. The one just dropped down, she was up there in the top. So I've got to haul this stuff in there and get everything put away. And we keep feeding our animals, and they keep feeding us. Goats are happily eating, one inside and one outside. So over here I'm cutting insulation. I've got a board laying out. I'm not too worried about dust getting on it because this is for the watershed. So I just cut 4 pieces and I'm going to take it over into the watershed and staple them onto the walls. Hey guys, I'm just putting this up in here now. Into the wall cavity. I got my trusty stapler, power stapler. Winter's coming. Gotta get this done. Right, there's one. I've got 4 pieces cut, so I'm going to get these up. Well, got 4 rows done. It's not taking too long, really. I'm going to do the, well, it's going to be awkward, but I want to do these 3 rows. Well, 2.5 rows. So I'm going to do 2 more rows here. Got the glare there. 2 more rows here. Those are straight rows, and then I can fill in that little bit. That's a wider piece, so I might have to put in another piece of 2x4 for that. And then there's the weird angled cut. And then I don't have insulation for the ceiling yet. I gotta buy that. It's gonna be more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2 more rolls at least. Just about 2 more rolls of insulation. 2.5, 3. 2.5 rolls it's gonna be, because that one's wider. So I guess, yeah, 3 rolls to get the trim work done and the little corners and bits and pieces done. Alright, well, I'm going to just try to use this up. Problem is, it's going to invite mice. So I only have a short period of time to get the plywood up once I finish the insulation before the mice move in. Sorry about the lighting. I'm up here putting in, I used all of the insulation that I had on that one roll, and it fit almost perfectly with just a couple inches spare on these, filling these gaps up here. So that's nice. you hit these with a hammer, I'm not getting it in there from this angle. I don't have the pressure that I can get with you down on the ground. And as you can see, I'm fumbling here. Maybe you can see. I'm not sure what you can see till I get this on the computer. Oh. Okay, I'll have to tap them in with a hammer. So, a little bit more insulation down in here for now. Found another piece of insulation over in the Jeep that this was all in the Jeep being stored, so I got that. I got these four, but I gotta quit now and going to make cheese, which is going to be a long process. Looks like 4-5 hours of work to make cheddar cheese. So that's going to be it for today right now, unless I get I'll be able to run in and out maybe a little bit in between curing and waiting periods, so let's see how it goes. I've also been cleaning out the shed. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Chris has a bunch of stuff up there on a board. That's got to all go away too. We're going to have a platform all the way across here. I'm cleaning out all this stuff here. And then I want to have my Benini motor here running off the main house batteries, and then I can charge and restore any batteries over here that I want. Melanie, I have been looking for, and I just found her. Melanie's been gone for a long time. What do we got here, Melanie?
Beans.
Oh wow, look at that. Wasn't it just 2 days ago we harvested beans?
Yep.
Oh, that's huge. The beans are awesome, I'll tell you what. The beans are a great return on investment. You plant a little bit of beans and they keep coming back. They're still bearing fruit.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh, this is good.
There's a lot of baby.
Gotta watch out for the cucumbers. We have to spray them with baking soda and water. The cucumbers are dying because of the disease.
I'm gonna come
What do you call it? Powdery mildew. But the beans are still growing and growing and growing and growing. So good. The
even here, Troy, you can see.
what?
Even here,
Yeah.
you can see has a
What? Actually,
vegetables
that's.
of beans.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I got it here.
What?
Like a lot. They're just like.
Oh, all the way to the
like that.
bottom.
Yeah, you cannot see, but when you digging in, you can see
Nice.
a lot of fruit.
See, the peas, they bore fruit and died quickly, so the peas are not a great return on investment. They're tasty, they're nice, and they're fun to eat, but they sure don't provide so much. The powdery mildew is wiping out our entire garden. All the vines are dying out, so that's sad, especially with the summer squash and zucchini. I hate to see all that go away, because they were really good.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but it's dying. The plants are being killed by the
other one.
the powdery mildew. Yeah,
This is different.
there's a new one growing. There's a new one. Our pumpkins all got wiped out by the disease. The vines are all dead, so what we have is what we have. That's it. They're pretty much all dead. There's a little bit of life here. I think we'll bury the end of that and see if we can save it. But the powdery mildew in New York is really bad. It's really aggressive. Rutabagas are gigantic, but again, it looks like powdery mildew is rotting them, so we can't eat most of those leaves. I think we'll start cutting off, Melanie, any of the bad leaves of them. Oh, watch out there. That's a lot of vines from the watermelons. Watermelon babies all through there. So, oh yeah, they're all rotting. It's terrible. It's really bad. So once the temperature changes, we now have very humid and hot days, and so we can't eat the rutabaga leaves, sadly. They're all rotting from the powdery mildew. So that's really annoying. Cherry tomatoes are bearing fruit day and night. Every day Melanie's out here eating. Although I don't get very many cherry tomatoes, Melanie.
I eat all.
Yeah. Melanie has staked up one of the cherry tomato plants, which is above my head. And it's doing very well. Look at that. They don't make it to the table.
So good.
Chilies are looking great. A lot of chilies we got to harvest again. We dried a bunch, and now we got to do another batch. Yeah, no, I was just pointing that out. It's nice. Oh, the other beans that we planted in the spring from the experiment that I did are still growing and bearing fruit. So that was good.
And then bell pepper also has the fruits already.
Yeah, bell peppers, and then the spinach and those plants are finally growing from spring. So it looks like we're gonna get another harvest of berries, which is an absolute surprise. Oh, the ginger! Show us these unique plants. We're gonna have to take them indoors, but so they don't get killed.
Yeah, I'm gonna transfer them.
Because it's getting cold for them. Now, which is which here, Melanie? I don't know what's what when I look at these.
This is
Yeah, see, their leaves are curling up. I think we should water them too.
turmeric.
Turmeric, okay.
This is turmeric. In the Philippines, we use these leaves to soup or to make a food, and this is good smell for a fruit.
Why is it curled up? Something's
that's
wrong.
Usually, that's a heat.
Oh, okay. And in this?
This is a ginger.
That's ginger. It looks just like grass.
Yeah, ginger is gonna be like, has a lot of like this, and
Okay.
you know that
Looks
there's
just like
a lot of
grass.
fruits because it's.
Oh, let's go show them the papaya, Melanie.
Oh, the papaya.
The papaya. See, we got, boy, the berries grew huge this year. I'm going to have to stake them up or something. The grapes have grown over. And then the berries, Melanie, watch your step here.
I know.
But look here, that's a berry
Yeah,
coming up.
so that-
That is in the middle of the pathway. We'll have to transplant it. Look, the berries are growing out even still. Look at that. And there's more little ones coming up. We're really doing good on berries for next year. Papaya is a unique little thing that came up from seed that we threw out to the chickens. Look at that. I never knew what a papaya looked like. Melanie recognized it. I would have thought it was a weed and ripped it out. So the flowers are, what are these? Oh, I forgot what those are called now.
Marigold.
No.
No? I don't know.
5,000 people are going to tell us in the comments. Be trying to beat us over the head virtually. These are nice, but these are really pretty. The pinks.
No, this is my favorite.
That's your favorite right there. Oh, look at the color of that. I hope that shows up on the camera nicely. Look at that. The camera doesn't do it justice.
I'm gonna get.
And then I like these little guys. I like these little guys.
Water. And
Yeah.
This one, this chicken. Very proud of that one.
We're in a serious drought right now, though. The grapes didn't bear fruit because the bugs destroyed them all. I lost the battle on the grapes this year.
Look,
That was depressing.
this is cute.
Yeah. Little tiny pink thing.
And
I like
this
these,
one.
yeah. Cute little things. Alright guys, well, I gotta go in and make cheese. I just noticed that I couldn't find Melanie. I haven't seen or heard from her in so long. So I'm gonna go in and make cheese. So that'll probably be a separate video on its own. So unless something happens exciting and worth recording, I'll talk to you guys later.